Once upon a time, in ancient Greece, there lived an architect and an inventor named Daedalus. Now, Daedalus was a very smart person, and he used his talents to create things for the people of Athens and for the gods. Everyone loved him. With him, studying to be like him, was his nephew, Talus. Now, Talus was also a very talented fellow, and so, after years of working with Daedalus, he learned a thing or two. But Daedalus didn't like that Talus was growing smarter and smarter. So one day, Daedalus decided to throw him off the top of the Acropolis. Ah! And so Talus died. The people of Athens were so angry at Daedalus for killing his own nephew, and so they sent him to the island of Crete, where King Minos was ruling. King Minos knew that Daedalus was a very smart person, and so he allowed him to live in a nice house where Daedalus got married and had a son, Icarus. Together, Icarus and Daedalus would help King Minos make many different inventions for the people and for the island of Crete. One day, the king asked them to trap a monster named the Minotaur, who was a half human and half horse. And so, Daedalus and Icarus started to plan a labyrinth where they could trap the monster so he wouldn't be hurting the people of Crete. Finally, Daedalus and Icarus created a labyrinth that would confuse the monster, and it was so hard to get out of that no one who would go in would ever come out. Unfortunately, throughout the years, the king got more upset at Daedalus and Icarus because they were getting more and more popular and the people loved them. And so finally, out of anger and jealousy, the king threw both Daedalus and Icarus into the labyrinth with the Minotaur. So Daedalus and Icarus had to work off a place or a way that they could get out of the labyrinth. And so one day, Daedalus was looking out to the birds in the labyrinth, and he noticed their feathers. And so he decided that he would create feathers and make wings for both him and his son. And so one day, they both set off away from the labyrinth to fly back to their home in Athens. As they were flying, however, Icarus began to become very happy because he was coming closer and closer to the sun. And this happiness caused him a lot of joy because his father kept yelling out, "Icarus, stop! If you get too close, the wax that I used will melt and you will die, because the wings will fall off." But Icarus didn't listen to his father. He kept flying closer and closer until finally the wings fell off, and so Icarus plunged into the sea. And so Daedalus had to watch his son lose his wings and die. Today, between the land of Athens and Greece, there still exists a small island named Icarus in honor of this memory.